So these are the 7 things that I had to kill off in my life to stop surviving and start living. Some of you are not going to like this. Some of you are going to feel offended. Some of you are going to run the other way. Some of you are going to love it and absorb it and start integrating immediately into your life. Whatever it is, I hope you get some great takeaways from this. Number 1, stop entertaining weak men. And I've said this, I want to say 1,000,000 times in my lifetime. Who you surround yourself is so critical. But I want to dive into it a little bit more than just saying get around great guys, okay? Because anyone can do that. But it goes beyond that. Some of us have friends. Some of us have really people that we've known for a very long time. Maybe even brothers and family members, who knows, that have been so close to you for a period of time, but they've been sucking you dry. They've been sucking your energy. They've been breaking you down. But in the end, it goes like this. If you're not growing with these people around you, there's something that's stopping you. Many times you don't even see it. So this is what I'm going to recommend right off the bat here. First and foremost, if they're not aligned with your vision, if they're not seeing your life, if they're not helping you, bringing forth the best in you, inspiring you, clapping for you behind closed doors, these may not be the people that you want to be around. So how do you go out there and really get connected with great men? Well, first and foremost, I will tell you, the Men of War Society, it is an unbelievable, amazing brotherhood of very strong warrior men. They have a very strong discipline. They want to live a life within that warrior's code to be stronger fathers, husbands, leaders, visionaries. All right, but let's just say that you didn't have the balls to go through the crucible, because the crucible is actually the program that you have to go through in order to graduate into this Men of War Society. So let's just say that you want to go out there and you want to network with men. The best places to network and meet men, the following. Church. Go out there, and there are men's group within churches that will be amazing. Bible study, get around great men. There's even business programs within churches that bring like-minded men together. Sports, being part of leagues, basketball, baseball, football, tennis, golf, whatever it may be. Get together with men who are out there, who are hungry. Typically, this type of man, he's at another level. He has ambition and drive for life and has a certain sense of vitality. Get around men like that. The next thing is groups like the Men of War Society, like brotherhoods like that. They're very, very far and few between. But if you have the balls to go through the crucible and graduate into an amazing brotherhood of like-minded warrior men, that's life-changing right there. Regardless of what you do, go out there and surround yourself with the great men that will inspire you and bring forth the very best in you. Number 2, stop taking advice from people who have not built anything. Are you going to ask a fat guy for fitness advice? Are you going to ask a guy who's never built a business for business advice? Hell, are you going to ask a broke guy for wealth advice? No, you're not going to do it. So why are you taking advice from people who are living a life underneath you, lower than you? I mean, that's the big problem. We don't really shoot for perspective. We just get advice from people we either care about or who we consider, good friends and so on. But then you have to kind of weigh that level a little bit, right? Because for me, I want to get advice. The best advice that I get are from people who are 2, 3, 4, 5 steps from me, away from me, right? Like literally that are either making more money in life, who are living at an more advanced lifestyle, who are up here, right? Especially when I'm looking at from a business perspective or from a wealth perspective. Sure, you want to talk about spirituality, you want to talk about certain type of advice that maybe people can give you from their experiences and from their difficulties and challenges in life and people who care about you. Absolutely be open to those kind of advice from people that will care about you. But on the flip side, you have to be very careful who are you getting advice from. If that person is not living the lifestyle that you want, and it's not really a person that is honorable, with integrity, who has walked the walk, please, for a moment, cross-check yourself and say, is this the right person that I should be getting advice from? It's too easy nowadays to just hear advice all over the place like talking hens, and then you don't even know where to go, left or right. And people are sending you here and then they're sending you there, and you don't really know what path to take. So, rule of thumb for me, if you are living a life that is under, in other words, you're not living a life that I'm looking up to, you don't have the financial means, you don't have the spiritual means, you don't have the mental means, and you don't have the fitness means, I'm sorry, okay? You can go and give advice to somebody else, but certainly not to me. It's not going to fly. Okay. And I think that you would agree that you want to get the best advice from people who have been there and done that. That's the beauty of getting advice and getting counsel from great individuals. Okay. Another thing here. When I was scaling Man of War, a lot of people were telling me how to run my business. They were telling me, no, that's not the way you build a community. That's not the way you build this. It's not the way that. Sure, I took a lot of bumps and hits along the way, but the reality is that, you take a company like this, you go from nothing, okay, to deep into the 7 figures and then cross into 8 figures. I mean, that's already a lot of experience right there. Right? Because most people would never be able to do that, especially with a lot of fire breathing down your neck. A lot of people didn't want to see Man of War succeed. As a matter of fact, a lot of people don't want to see Man of War succeed now. It's not a thing, right? People look at it like, well, hey, Man of War is about warriors. It's about men of honor. It's about men who live the life at a higher level, right? That's the problem. Okay, people don't want that. They want nice, comfy. They want to live their lives sedated. And I took advice from good people. And I continued taking advice from good people throughout the process. And this is why I am here today. I threw away the crappy advice and I built this house from the ground up. 3, kill the habit of blaming. If you're pointing fingers at this person or that person or the environment or your past, you got to get over that. Stop it right now. Because living in the past is only going to do one thing for you. It's going to drag you down. Until you can get that monkey off your back, you're not really free. And the same thing happens when you're pointing at the environment around you. Things happen, life happens. And then stop blaming people. Stop it. Sure, maybe there are people in your life who have, based on your reactions, okay, who have unfortunately hurt you, made you who you are today. But get that out of the way. Stop blaming people. Stop pointing fingers. Better yet, go out there and walk the walk. If your relationship has been broken, if you're for some reason now in your life where you're just stalling and you're in a position where you don't know where to go, left or right, if I'm speaking to you, well, guess what? The best way is any way that you're able to take a step first. Okay? So start moving. Start moving, get out of that rut, and start living your life at a different level. Now, look, there was a time in my life that I used to blame people and I used to blame the environment, but I soon realized that that was all BS. Blaming people didn't do anything but make me angrier and make me softer and weaker. Instead, when I started taking responsibility of my own life and accountability and started to march up that mountain, I became stronger. Every step of the way made me stronger. And that's the way you're going to feel once you take accountability and responsibility of your life. Stop pointing fingers. Number 4, stop saying yes to everything. I get it. You want to please everyone. You want to make sure that you are doing the right thing. But sometimes saying no is the right thing. Because if you say yes to so many people and you can't follow through and you get caught up in this web, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. If you start saying yes and you can't deliver, you're going to have a negative reputation. People are not going to trust you. And that, my friend, is not where you want to be. And certainly you don't want to be a yes man where you're trying to make everyone happy. On the flip side, start saying no to some things. If it doesn't fit your mission, if it doesn't really, it's not conducive for your growth, and it's not going to take you to the next level, come on, get that chaos of saying yes out of your life. Every yes must be measured against your vision, and every commitment must have a reason. Number 5, stop letting your phone control you. Listen, The phone is either to make you money or to lose you money. It's going to do one or the other. For me, I choose to make me money. When I'm on my cell phone, typically it's either I am recording something, I am going through metrics and analytics. I use 95% of my social media. It's for business. But unfortunately, most of you live vicariously through other people on social media. That's where you get your news. That's where you get, your entertainment. And I get it, man. I get it, because there is sometimes, like at night or something, I'm in bed, I might scroll 5-10 minutes. But stop letting this phone control your life. Instead, if you're not making it part of your business and it's not making you $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, $4 million, then hey, put the phone away and start focusing on what's bringing you money. Start focusing on the task at hand and stop wasting your time with that phone. Number 6, stop reading without any execution attached to it. How many friends do you know that have read hundreds, thousands of books, that can quote you verses, that can quote you, even chapters of books, but yet you look at their lives and they're still the same place that you left them 5 years ago. They haven't integrated anything that they have learned through reading these books. So I ask you this: if you're going to read, if you're going to watch YouTube videos, if you're going to listen to podcasts, if you're going to sit there and listen to learn, great. But then what? So you learn and you become stale, and then you keep on learning. You could only learn so much and execute. So I'm a big believer that you should assimilate a certain amount of learning and then execute on that learning and then get some more learning. I'm the first one to tell you that I love reading. I've been reading since I was 13 years old. And I read every night. And I love to take information, but then I use that information. Like that morning, I'll think about what I read and I will start integrating it and using it into my own life. And it's helped me tremendously because I can take what I read and put it on the table. And I write about it and see if it works. Not everything does, but don't be the guy that knows all this information and never executes. Instead, take the information and go out there and execute. Build it as part of your life. Number 7, stop comparing yourself to other men. I get it. When you walk into a room, you're looking at this guy and that guy to see if you can take him. That's just part of our DNA. Men are always in competition. However, the most important competition should be against yourself. For example, I compete against me, the Rafa from yesterday. But I'll tell you, today I'm going to outwork him. I'm going to outdo him. And that's the same type of mentality that you should carry with you. You against you. Because in the end, it's about you getting better, not about the other guy. Not about the other guys. Even though you are in competition, I could promise you this. If you outdo yourself every day, and we have a term that we use, it's called Kaizen, constant improvement. Every single day we're getting better. If you truly have that type of mentality, it's life-changing. So stop comparing yourself to other people and instead go out there and build the best you. And so if you want to lead in this world, you got to cut off the noise. You got to cut off what's weighing you down and do what you need to do to take your life to the next level, to be a stronger father, a husband, a leader, a visionary. I mean, that's it. We have one life to live. If you don't make it the best life possible, why? That's on you. I ask people this all the time. Why aren't you pushing for greatness and excellence in your life? Most of the time, people are just going to shrug it off. But I know men like you, warrior-minded men, who want to live in that apex, at that level, right? You're fighting, you're stepping up your game, you're doing the best you can to be the best of the best. Now listen, if you want to work with me and you want to dive deep into what it is to be a man from a leadership perspective, from a growth perspective, a father, husband, leader, visionary, I can share some great ideas with you and some of my strategies that I've helped many, many men. We're talking in the thousands. And I can tell you that one of the things you're going to get from me is authenticity, being direct to the point. So it's not for everyone. But the bottom line, if you want to work with me, shoot me a DM. Okay, I'll have my team get with you and we'll move forward from there. Now, if you've never heard of the Crucible, the Men of War Crucible, I recommend that you check us out. menofwarcrucible.com, that's MEN of War Crucible.com. Go check out that webpage and understand what we're about. There are many, many men out there in this world who have never challenged themselves beyond their own limits that they've put, beyond their own walls. But I will tell you, when you go through this program, you will come out the other side stronger in every facet. A stronger warrior-minded man, a stronger father, a stronger leader, a stronger visionary. And the fact that you can surround yourself with amazing men, you'll never experience anything like it. So with that, I'm going to leave you two things. First, go out there and be the best version of who you are daily. And second, serve for a higher purpose. Until next time, may God bless you.